Phase 1 of my work with Jillie centered on just getting to know one another. This laid the groundwork for effective communication based on familiarity and trust. In addition to this, and necessary to it really, was a lot of body work and supportive groundwork exercises to find and address discomfort and dysfunction in her body. The work we've done has shifted Jillie's posture from head high, hollow backed, and out of balance to a released top line and a balanced weight bearing posture when at rest in her paddock. This will go a long way to improving her sense of well being and balance in mind, body, and movement. Releasing the tension and dysfunction in Jillie's body changed her hard to catch and halter behavior immediately. I find her to be one of the friendliest horses I've ever met, and she enjoys my company for the most part. She is extremely sensitive and prefers a soft cover on anything that goes over her nose. Once Jillie believed me that stepping onto the black mats was not a fatal error, she became more confident with every day about approaching and being tethered to the hitching post. She is not fond of change or new ideas, but readily adapts when given time to sort things out. When I met Jillie, the dysfunction in her right shoulder made it impossible to work on her hoof. Bodywork, supportive groundwork, and leg circles have improved her physical freedom and range of motion. 3 weeks ago, the circles were difficult to do, even when only about 2 inches in diameter. Now you can see that both shoulders are moving quite freely. With time, I trust that her memories of struggles and pain will fade as well. Changing postural habits is critical to maximizing function. Encouraging a horse to telescope the neck forward and out facilitates a release in the top line and is an important step toward the development of the ability to self-carry. This exercise, sometimes called Up Stix, consists of poles laid out in random order to mimic the idea of deadfall in a trail situation. Encouraging a horse to pick their way through the obstacle cautiously and thoughtfully without rushing increases the problem-solving capabilities, eye-hoof coordination, and confidence. Here I want Jillie to carefully consider what she needs to do with her feet to navigate this raised pole. This is teaching her to be more responsive and less reactive, and to think her way through situations. A great responsibility for a riding horse. Carefully navigating a labyrinth of poles on the ground teaches a horse a lot about where they are in time and space, as well as increasing coordination and confidence. As with all of these exercises, proceeding in a thoughtful, rational way is more important than completing the pattern or just getting through it. This is great because I was thinking more about how things looked on the film than giving the horse 100% of my conversation. And I didn't plan the turn very well. You can see she got hung up on this pole. And instead of reacting and becoming upset, she calmly waited for instruction, readjusted, and now she's carefully following along. She obviously trusts me enough to not repeat the situation, and she's very carefully navigating the rest of the labyrinth. And this is an excellent example of how this exercise helps a horse to become very thoughtful and very trustworthy in their reaction to the world around them. Now I've switched to the connected groundwork halter so that the two of us can work together in harmony and bring the awareness and the coordination and the trust that we've established into a partnership of harmony and function that will be able to progress us toward creating a balanced and secure riding horse. And really, what can I say? This is what it's all about for me.